To someone who's never experienced GLSI before, I can only say just have an open mind. Just give it a try. It would take you all of a few hours to determine this is different. This is something that I can use. This is something that will make me a better leader. This is something that can help my entire district. This is something that can help our students and our adults in the building.
I had to hire 2 principals in my first 18 months for the high school. I had to hire a middle school and an elementary school principal from outside the school district. So it didn't take me long to realize there was a void for leadership.
Mr. Ford came in and he made a promise to the board that we would not have to look outside of our district to find leaders in the future. And he's used GLSI as that framework to help that goal become a reality.
I don't believe there's a quick fix to leadership. I think leadership, developing leaders in a school district is a process. It's not an action. You can't just send a group this year and think it's going to be fixed, because it won't. It won't stay.
We're not looking outside of Pelham City to find. We're using what we have here to make us better. And those that are coming in, we want you to come on in and be a part of us.
We send a team every year, and then that team comes back and they serve as the leadership team for the district. So they have impact, they have input throughout the year. They get to hone those skills that they learn at base camp.
So that we talk about it at the district leadership team, and then the school leadership team follows up with it, and then grade level teams then follow up as well. And we found that to be the best way to keep the momentum going.
When I was asked to go to GLSI, go to base camp in September, I was like, why me? I'm just a little teacher. I'm not, I'm just a little part of Pelham. I'm not, nothing great, or I don't consider myself that great. But then when I went up there, and you've got the superintendent, you got the assistant superintendent, you have other teachers from other schools and other people that are, above you, and they make you feel like you're not just a little teacher. You are one of the biggest parts of Pelham City Schools.
I just wanted to sit at the table as one of them, because I know they know a whole lot more about what they do than I do.
I just recently graduated with my leadership degree. And so actually going to base camp, it was like, okay, you're ready. It made you more of a leader that you needed to be. You know what is expected. You know how to find root causes. You know how to dig into the data. Everything that I learned from GLSI, I took back to my team. I took it back to anybody that would listen to me and kind of help where I could help in order to see all the students grow.
When you're at the mountain, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of fun, but it was a lot of work.
You're presented with some mountain, hopefully that you already know about in your system, or if not, someone at GLSI, once you start talking, they're going to help you see that mountain, and then together you climb that mountain.
Everything was narrowed down to our specific need, and as a teacher, to go somewhere and have a teacher voice, that's amazing.
What we've been doing, I think, across the system in Pelham City Schools, we have been climbing that mountain now for 4 or 5 years, and it's more difficult than climbing that true mountain. It's much easier just to climb up that mountain. You do that in one day, you come back down and you're done. This type of mountain that's going to affect kids' lives and affect this community, affect this state, takes years.
So using the data and the experience that we had at GLSI, we were able to hire a math coach.
We went to the board, we hired a math coach, we started building the math competencies for our teachers, and all of a sudden, lo and behold, our math scores started to improve.
And we have seen tremendous growth in our math scores over the years. And I'm proud to say that Pelham City has some of the highest math scores in the state. Once we were happy with the progress we were making in math and saw that we were on the right track, we focused on literacy. And literacy has been our focus now for the past 3 or 4 years.
When we left there with a roadmap. We left there with something that we could use as a district to improve student outcomes and teacher outcomes.
One of the biggest moments I've had is to see a program that I've tried to implement that got full force resistance. But then, you know, through the process of using the GLSI framework and people starting to see that they're getting different results, and all of a sudden the resistance turned into buy-in. That's been the most cherished part of this journey for me, is just to see that change. When you implement a reading program and a kid runs over to you and grabs you around the leg and says, Mr. Fort, come listen to me read. You know, those are the moments in your life where you know you're in the right work.
I love teaching. I've always loved to teach. I knew I wanted to be a teacher. My mother would tell you when I was a little girl I wanted to be a teacher. But as time goes on, you kind of see things and you're like, oh man, I'm just kind of... But it sparked me right back up, and it made me feel like I was, you know, a big piece of Pelham City Schools.
GLSI cultivates that very well, that, look, let the person do what they love. I love being an administrator. I've got teachers that love being teachers, but we all can be curriculum leaders. And I think sometimes maybe we ought to rename that. Instead of teachers, leaders, and administrators, let's just be curriculum experts or curriculum leaders.
Now, I ask for input immediately, okay? Even if it's something minor, which in the past, I would always take a lead on. I want you to do this, that, and that. But now I said, listen, we got this needs to be done by such and such day. How do you plan on attacking that? How do you plan on handling it? And we talk about it, and I said, that sounds good, let's make it happen. And they just take pride in their work. Every person should have a voice and should have a say. And I started using those strategies as far as building relationships and building leaders within my maintenance staff, my custodial staff, my transportation staff, and it worked out great. Because once you give people an opportunity to lead, it motivates them. And it motivates them to do the best that they can do.
I felt so terrible for all those years thinking, oh, I'm just this little teacher, you know, but then, you know, even the districts I've been in, that's all I was until I came to Pelham. But, you know, when the superintendent comes to you and asks your opinion on, I'm like, me? Oh, you're asking me. Okay, let me tell you how I feel. You know, when your principal comes, hey, this is going on, could you do this and help this? Could you take this on for me? Yeah, that makes you feel like, okay, we're not going outside our system to hire our system to do things. We're able to use our teachers to do things because they know the kids, they know what we need. It's not just about going to the mountain. It's about what you get from the mountain. It's what that mountain taught you. It's about going to the top of the mountain with a group of people that you work with in a system, but you don't hardly know. But by the end, you know their family members, you know where they live, you know their problems, you know you want to help them as much as they want to help you. You want to participate in GLSI so that your students have the opportunity to have a teacher that says, hey, you're important. Hey, I'm a teacher and I can do this.